has done an outstanding job of helping us get these teams in here. He has a great network around really the Midwest and maybe even around the country of basketball coaches. And Dave, we appreciate all that you put into this tournament. Great job. Let's go to the State Farm Holiday Hoops Invitational, and then we will have lunch, okay? Starting off with one of the more successful girls teams in the state of Missouri over the last several years, and that is Rockbridge High School. Jill Nagel, come on forward and introduce your team. Jill and the Rockbridge Lady Bruins won the state championship, not last year, but the year before, and last year I think quarterfinals. Is that right, Jill?
Yes.
Okay, Jill Nagel.
Thank you, Rick. Well, we appreciate the opportunity to play in this. This will be our third year. Thank you to the sponsors. I echo everything the other coaches have said. I show my age a little bit, but I remember the only college women's game that you used to see was the national championship, and you've seen State Farm step up in a big way with the college women's game, and you're starting to see it filter down into the high school game as well, and we really appreciate the support that you're starting to see for women's basketball and girls basketball. And it's great for us to be able to play close to home. Once again, I'm showing my age because I like to sleep in my own bed at night. So we get to play great competition, but we're close to home, so that's nice for us to be able to do. We brought our captains with us today. Allison Marshall is a senior, and Lindsay Cunningham a junior for us. Definitely leaders for our team, and they're voted upon by our players, so it's a great honor for them to be captains of our team. So we're 3-1 right now. The only good thing about losing early is we don't have the pressure that Coach Bachmeyer had last year about going undefeated. But we're excited to be here and looking forward to a great tournament.
Thanks, Jill. Rockbridge will be playing Lee Summit West in the 7 o'clock game on the first night of the tournament. And all these games, by the way, are at Helias High School, like Mike mentioned. Helias, Doug Light, I don't see Doug here. I don't believe he's here. Head coach for Helias, first year as the head coach at Helias, and he will be taking on the Helias Lady Crusaders, taking on Bixby. Interesting note, Bixby is coached by Melody Stewart. Those of you who know women's basketball might remember Southwest Missouri State. I still call them SMS, down in Springfield. They went to the Final Four back in, I don't know, 2000 or so. I don't remember the exact year, but Melody was on that team. So she's the head coach at Bixby, so she'll be with us playing against Helias in the first game. Then Jefferson City and West Creek, Tennessee will be playing a 5:30 game. And Shane Meyer. Shane, come on up and share a little bit about the Lady Jays basketball. I think there was a win. Was it last night? My days. It was last night,
yes,
right?
last night. Just a few hours ago. Way to go. Thanks everybody for coming out. This is outstanding that we were batting 1,000 with all of our shootout teams here in attendance and participating today. Like Coach Fox said, that speaks volumes to the way that we are approaching this in the first-class manner that we're trying to go about things. I want to take a chance to thank John and the fellow State Farm agents for jumping on board this year. And really, it's going to allow us to take this girls tournament hopefully to some depths and some distances that it hasn't gone before. It allows us to do some great things and really elevate ourselves not only in status but also just in the event that we're able to put on. So we're super excited about having State Farm on board. And then like Coach Fox said, I kind of work with Coach Fox, which is one of the highlights of working in Jefferson City for sure. Those of you who know Coach Fox, teaching driver's ed. I want to take a chance to mention the Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety. A lot of things that we see it every day. The things that young drivers, when we take their cell phones away, we make sure they're paying attention. We make sure, about 8 times a day I have to use that brake to keep us out of an accident. So it does kind of become kind of a scary thought when you think about kids being 16 and 17-year-old kids behind the wheel without someone there to make sure they're doing the right thing. So anytime that we can get that message across at all ages, but especially in this age group, it makes hopefully our job a lot easier down the road, and we can keep that fatality rate coming down and making our roadways safer for sure. So we appreciate the coalition being on board. And that slam dunk and three-point contest is always a highlight of the now 4 days. That's something everybody looks forward to and really becomes a centerpiece of our entire event. I have a couple of seniors here with me tonight. They are both captains for us. Nisha Wright is a returner. She's an all-state player last year. And I also have Lauren Coons, another senior captain for us. Those two we rely on quite heavily. Lauren had a big night last night, knocked down 3 huge threes for us in the second half. Really did some good stuff. Like I said, Nisha's an all-state player and plays like it every night. So those two kids that we count on tremendously, not just for their performance, but also their leadership. Really excited about what we have ahead of us in the tournament. Don't know a lot about West Creek. We'll try and get them scouted up in the next couple of weeks, but there are no easy nights in those 3 days. You have to bring it every night. Last year we were 1 and 2 in the event. It's not very much fun hosting an event when you go 1 and 2. So we're going to try and change that a little bit this year. Excited about being over at Helias. Again, we think that's something that will add to the prestige of our tournament. Love Lewis and Clark Middle School, but it's a middle school, and now we're over at Helias with with that second gym now is fantastic. It's going to allow us the opportunity to make hopefully our girls side of the tournament even more first class. Thanks everybody for coming out. Thank you to the sponsors. Look forward to a great 4 days of basketball.
Thank you. The last game is St. Joe Benton, 24-4 last year against Liberty, 22-7. Two very good teams there. So our fields in all 3 of these, the 2 tournaments and the shootout, are outstanding. We appreciate everybody coming by, and we're going to have lunch here in a moment.